going to show you today how to plant up your Oasesbox planter. When you receive your Oasesboxes, you will receive a 3-pack of these here, and each one of these planters contains 2 bits. You've got your water reservoir here, and you've got your planter shaped like a cone here. They very simply fit together. There's at the bottom of this cone there are 4 little half holes, and they correspond to the little button in the bottom of the water reservoir. That just drops in, doesn't matter which way around it goes, drops in there, sits neatly in, ready to plant up. So we're going to plant some tomato plants today, and all we do first of all is to top it up with some compost. Depending on what you're planting will depend on the compost you use, your own personal preferences. So we're just using a peat type based compost here. Just fill that up to the top of the cone section, as you can see there. Create a little bit of a space. Take one of your tomato plants, label, carefully remove the little chap. It's ready to be planted up now into there, and just sit it so the top of the existing soil is level with the top of the black part of the planter. We're then going to fill the surrounding area with some more compost. Now this actually holds 10 litres of compost, so it's quite a lot. It doesn't seem so when you look at the cone, but actually that's quite a lot of compost for these roots to grow into and support the plant. So just gently pack it down as you go along until you've reached the top of the lip here of this square bit at the top of the cone. If that makes sense, a square bit of a cone, probably doesn't. There we go. And you can see now, just firm that in gently, and you'll see that's now a little bit to the side. You can see that's planted up. All remains to do now is to take some water and to top up the reservoir bit of the Oasesbox. Just take a watering can full of water and tip in there. This holds 15 litres of water, so you can just tip it in with a watering can like that. If it's on the floor, as they often are with tomato plants in a greenhouse, and you don't want to ruin your back and bend down, take this homemade device, which is a bit of old hose pipe and a funnel, put that into there and just tip your water in that way. Okay. These planters also join together. Just turn that one around like that. So they link together, a bit like giant Lego, sit in there, and quite often I will do it at home. I will just put my hose pipe in between there, and it flows between the two, which is quite topping up, nothing spills over, and also keeps them rigid, or you can space them out there. Right, what I would suggest you do as well is to just water the top like you would do when you're planting anything up, whether it's in the garden or in a plant pot, or just plant it, put some water there so it just firms the roots in. 15 litres of water. When I go away, what I'm going to do, I want to feed this, so I'll feed into the watering can. I'll put some proprietary tomato feeder into the water, and just as I top the water up, there it goes. So now I've got my 15 litres of water in there, my 10 litres of soil compost in there, my plant ready to grow, and off I go on holiday for 4 weeks, and I can quite happily leave this to its own devices, and when I come back it will be still perfectly nurtured tomato plant. Of course, in today's world, where we really are concerned about the environment and our effect on it, it's important to mention that these Oasesboxes are they're recyclable. So should one get damaged and broken and are no longer any use, then they can go into your recycling bin and be recycled. But they also are made from 100% recycled material. And here's a little bit of science. So for something we prepared earlier, the reveal here, cross section of the Oasesbox. So what we've done is put a perspex front on this, so we're able to see what happens behind the scenes, as it were. So this is the outline of your cone, which we showed earlier, which we planted up, and here is the extent of the water. So the water sits around the outside of the cone. The bit where the transfer takes place, the action of the water going up into the plant, happens here. And these little holes here. So the plant takes up whatever water it requires. Your feed goes into here as well, so the feed goes up through here as well into this area, and you can see the root growth. Quite heavy on the top, obviously you would expect near the plant when it first starts growing, but the roots go all the way down here. So they're actually down to the edge of the exchange between the water and the soil. Now this is moist but not damp. So you've got your whole reservoir of water here, and it just takes up the water as it's required. After a couple of weeks away in the south of France, come back, what's the first thing we do is to go and check on our plants. And thanks to Oasesbox, they're perfect. Look at those beautiful tomato plants, courgettes here, all healthy. All we need to do is get our trusty watering can, a little bit of feed into the water, and we top these up. After 2 weeks, these won't be empty. We just top them up. There we are. Let them carry on until they're fruited. Let's go on holiday again.
Hi Marcus, I'm just sending you a short video for the competition on Oasis boxes. It's the first time I've used them this year. I used quad grow boxes last year. The main difference between the two of them are you still have to buy mats for the quad grow, and water only lasts for 2 weeks. The Oasis box lasts for 4 weeks. You don't need replacement mats. So we'll see how it goes this year, and I'll keep you informed. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to my poly tunnel. I'd like to show you my new acquisition, these 3 Oasis boxes. Very pleased with them so far. So easy to assemble, just the 2 pieces of plastic. They link together in a straight line or a right angle, and I couldn't be more pleased. Very easy to maintain as well. You just pour the water in through the holes, water and feed mixed together, and keeps it going for, though these have gone for 2 weeks without any extra water. So at the moment they've got Gigantamo tomatoes in them, which are for a small competition we run on this side to see who can grow the biggest tomato. And next year I'm planning on getting another 3 and replacing the cucumber bucket, so I can go down there and round with 3 more. As I say, so far so good. I think they're excellent. Bye.
This video is taken on Wednesday the 5th of June 2019. One planter has yellow bell pepper, second planter has yellow courgette, and third planter, brought into the greenhouse for the sake of the video but is normally outside, has 2 dahlias and 2 marigolds. I will keep you posted through the season.
It's Saturday the 8th of June. I've just returned from 2 weeks away in the caravan. The weather has been not too bad, quite warm. So I made sure before I left that the troughs for the Oasis boxes were topped up with water. And as you can see on my return, the courgettes and tomatoes, also the peppers and cucumbers have all started to come up really well. I haven't lost any. This time last year, after being away, most of my plants died off, but this year a tremendous amount of difference. The Oasis boxes have certainly made a massive difference, and I would recommend them to anybody. I have a total of 14 of them, and probably at some stage we'll increase it further, because I love growing my vegetables, and this is certainly a way of being able to keep them when I'm away in the caravan.
Hello, this is Lawrence Newsome talking from Keston in Kent in my greenhouse where I've been using the Oasis boxes. So, what's my first impressions? Very well made, very well constructed, really good idea. Few tips I think. First of all, don't overwater when you first plant the plants because they get waterlogged. Water from the top and gradually build up watering as they get established. I don't actually fill the whole of the insert with compost. I only fill the centre section, which for tomatoes, peppers, etc. is perfectly acceptable. If you look at these were planted 4 weeks ago and they've already got 2 trusses on them. Fantastic plants. Here we've got another set of tomatoes coming along. They're doing really well, and the watering again is from the top just to build them up slowly but surely, and it works very, very well. Okay, 1 or 2 little problems. First problem is overwatered this courgette on the right, didn't overwater on the left. It's fantastic, done really well. We're already having fruit for the last 3 weeks. I've just this morning planted some lemon cucumbers and some chilies, and again I've not overwatered. I've just poured a little bit of water in from the top and will build up over time. So what's my impression? My impression is Marcus is a really good guy, tries to help, does everything he can to help you and support you with the product. The product is a little bit expensive but very well made and will last for many years. If you make your own compost as I do, I make about 3 tons a year, it's very precious to me, and it helps that you don't have to fill the whole insert all the way to the top. You may want to do that if you're doing salad crops or you want to maximise the growing space, but for single type planting it's ideal just to fill the centre. Thanks very much. Lawrence Newsom, Keston.